Welcome to my survival series for No Man's Sky, and we're starting this video up in the hangar of my freighter. And what I want to do in this part is establish my second base and recruit some staff so that we can actually move forward the Ghosts in the Machine mission. But before that, I want to say a big thank you for Phil Lofting for suggesting a new name for Swift Wings. And we're just going to come in here, and I actually like the name actually, and he suggested the Red Baron. I think it does fit with the ship because it's got this very overall red look, and it does look a very aggressive ship. So this is going to become called the Red Baron. And I think that's all we really need to do on the freighter. And what we're going to do is jump in the Red Baron and get out into space, because I need to give you a little bit of an update of where we are, because we are about 3-4 hours on gameplay wise since the end of the last video. And if I come into here again and we can show the discoveries, you'll see we're in a brand new system. I'm not even going to try. We'll set the Rotovo Didag system. And what I did was I spent nearly 2 hours searching planets, and I even went to this new system, and I investigated these two planets for a little while. These two planets here, which I didn't land on, were effectively desolate planets or airless planets. I can't remember what they were, but these were two possible candidates. You see, one was a torrid planet and another one was a sporal planet. I really liked the sporal planet, but after a while it started to irritate me with the storms, and I couldn't find any power sources on there as well. What I did in the end was I went back to my original starter planet here, Grozny Nini, and then I took a random jump out to this system. And when I arrived in this system, I flew around and I saw this planet here, which is a flourishing planet. It's got starbulb, copper and paraffinium on. So I thought I'd use this as an initial candidate. And I must admit, I do like it. Looks like we've got hostiles coming in, so... Oh no, I'm not interested in distress signals. Okay, let's just get down onto the planet. I'll head for where my base location is. I've already put the base in because I wanted to make sure I can find my way back to it. And what I did is I put down on this planet, and I spent probably pretty close to 3 hours actually wandering across the surface trying to find a power source. And what I did in the end is I found this location with a B level power source, which isn't brilliant, but I really like the planet, and that's the reason why I'm sticking with it. Actually, that looks a lot further. Whoops. And if I come round here, and once we're down, I'll explain why I like this planet. There's got some interesting caves around here as well, which has got potential for a base. I think I'll land a little bit away if possible. And we've actually landed at night. I think we've landed at night. And this is the reason why I really like this planet. If I can get a little bit of height, you'll see that what you get is this lighting effect comes across, and this only happens at night. It's not like it all the time, and it just makes the planet look a bit more alive, and in some ways it's a bit relaxing as well, watching the light sweep across the planet. You can see as each light wave moves across, it illuminates the different plants, and there's lots of creatures down here. And as I say, it's a flourishing planet. It's not particularly that rich with resources, but at the same time, I mean, it has storms, but they don't seem to be as frequent as I've found on other planets. So this is the location where we got. I've put the base computer there, and if I come up here, I think we'll probably have to rescan for the proximity, because of course I've reloaded the game. And what I did is I put the beacon down on where the power source is. If we move forward, you'll see. You can see it's a B level power source, and it's got maximum field strength for 73%. I think that's going to be more than adequate to power this base, because I'm not going to build a massive industrial base around here. This is going to be more a permanent base that I'm going to be working on over time, where I'm going to store various trophies and items, and of course we'll have storage here and we'll have a construction area here. I think there's also a sea cloud over there, but I'm not sure whether I'll be able to connect that into the base, though it's only 400 units away. And I did look round here as well to see what potential locations there were. and I've kind of settled on this dip here. And so we got the base location here. And the main reason I was actually up on the freighter is I had to come and get some supplies to do the building. And I think what we're going to do is come in here, and I think we're going to put in a cylindrical room here. Navigate down in reserve. Got to remember how to build, actually. And I don't want this to be too much on top of here, so I think maybe we'll go there. So we're going to need to put a door on the front. Oh, we've got no. Oh, come off it, game. I mean, I've got to produce pure ferrite to put a door on. Ah, that's not fair. There's goes to expand your staff new base. Yes, select bytes. Select to expand, and select expanding the base. Yes, I think we've got to go into, I mean, it's the guide here, I think, is it base building or wherever it is. I do really need to cancel some of these upgrading crafting. Refining substance constructions, base construction, portable technology, powering the base, yes, thank you. I suppose what I'm going to need to do is make some pure ferrite. It's going to be a little bit painful. I thought I had more pure ferrite than that, but I've got a whole pile of ferrite dust. So what we're going to have to do is just punch out that pure ferrite. I mean, it's 1 for 1. It'll give us 250. We're going to need to put in some. One thing I did find on my travels was this suspicious hazard protection module, and I actually found it on a trader who was down on the planet. And so I've kind of hung on to it so I can show you what it looks like. I've got no idea what it is. It says it offers potential improvements to exosuit hazard protection. So I think we'll go for the install. We'll put this in. So what have we got here? Band high energy air purifier. It gives me plus 2% toxic resistance, plus 6% radiation resistance, plus 2% heat resistance, plus 3% cold resistance. I suppose it's probably worth keeping in the short term. I will have a check. I mean, I've got plenty of rusted metal, which I've gathered up from my various supplies. So what we're going to do is just build this here. I think I might put the entrance in here. And of course, we need to put power in, but at the moment, I don't have the power generator to put on there. So what we're going to have to do is probably make well, we're going to need a battery. What do I need for a battery? Okay, let me just, I think we'll put a door on the base first. So that can go there. I think we've got put some more rusted metal in there for the moment. Turn that into ferrite dust. We're planning to need it. And then maybe we'll have the door. Well, we'll see where the door fits. So we'll just come in here, large up. Then we can put a door out there. Of course. Oh, that looks like I've put 2 doors in. Actually, probably get rid of that door on this side. So, get rid of you. And can I put a tunnel in? I don't really want to put a tunnel in coming in this side. I don't think I'm going to expand the base just yet, because we do need to get power into here. And of course, what we do need to do is put in a special terminal? Oh, it's specialist, isn't it? So we need to come in here, terminal, and we've got the pure ferrite, so we need to put this terminal in. It says here, hire a base observer, which is the next step. If we click on this, it says here, construction terminal requires a skilled observer operation. You can recruit overseers of the space station. Yeah. So what we're going to have to do now is put in some form of power supply in here, so that we can power up and get a teleporter in here as well. So temporarily we're going to have to put in some solar power. I think what we'll do is just build backwards. So if I come in here, where's the? I don't want a biofuel reactor. What's the battery? We'll put a battery just alongside here. Can I get, what do I need for? Okay, we're gonna need some metal plating for I don't know how many of these power solar stations we can get in. I think I'll just put a couple in if I can get them in. Never really considered orientating these. I've just tended to kind of just whack them down. You know, you there. I think we can hook these two together like that. Hook you there. That will then power the base. And the next thing I need is a teleporter. What I'll most likely do is just shuffle everything around once I've got a proper power source. Where's the portable bit? Where is it? Or is it general, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, we need 2 nanotubes and 4 metal plating. I think we can do that. Oops. That there. Just shunt that in there. And we'll just knock out the rest of that. 1, 2, 3. So, okay. We need 4 of those and 2 of those. Then we'll just put the teleporter in. I think we'll just put it about here, facing this way for the moment. Oh, that made a lot of noise. It's going to come in here. Oops. Tech. Industry. I thought I'd put it the right way around. Never mind. We can. That powers up the teleporter. And so we got our base set up here with our command terminal here. And we got a teleporter to get it out of here. And I don't think I need the, can't remember what it's called now. Cross, what's it called? Is it the, it's the construction research terminal. I don't think I really need that. I can go back to my first base for that. So I've now got my very simple base set up. And I don't really want to put any storage down here at the moment. I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to go to a space station and see if we can find a new recruit, I suppose. What have we got here? Current system. Okay, warp to here. So here we are. Now the base overseer is always a GEC, or he was. Lost it all. No units, trade, feels good. Okay. The GEC is a miserable sight. A picture of dismay and deflation. They looked at me in the way. Okay. Okay, trade symbol. Quite often what you will find is the workers hang out in the back room on this side. So we're just going to see if we can find someone who will do it. If we go into the back room here, filing, so this might be, is it really you? Forgive me, I've been searching for such a long time. I am contracted to aid you in this and every cycle. Don't worry, everything will be paid for a long time ago. It's quite above board. As the stranger speaks, a smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting my brain, giving me memories of places I never visited, of actions I never took. Of myself in a mirror, aged and alone, of this GEC cradling their fallen brethren, of a bargain made many years from now, a contract signed across the cosmos. The vision ends and the overseer remains. The overseer promises to expand my base, allow me to recruit other works, and requires a construction terminal. Yes. So we're going to hire him. There is something compelling about this GEC. They feel at home in my home. I will be at my station before you know it. See you, my friend. Leave. So we've now got an overseer. I don't think... Oh yeah, we got some... So we've now got to return to our base. Journey milestone accomplished. What have we got? That must be Consul. We've met 70 aliens. And we'll just take a quick look at it. So we've still got to expand the base. We'll come down here. And we're going to go to our Waramac base. And let's go travel back this way. That was a little bit shaky. I'm a bit worried about this. They seem to have landed way out in space. We're getting close. Oh, got absolutely no idea why I appeared in the middle of space. My base is over there. Wasn't even close. Don't tell me this is going to be a shaky planet and I'm going to have to do that every time I teleport in. Okay, it's taken me a little while to get here, but I've arrived. I'm not happy about my fact my ship is... okay. And we're just going to have to jump through the door. And I'm assuming we're going to have to talk to him. You have so much to learn, so much to see, and this place will be our home amidst the infinite. Take this glass and let starlight flood into our jolly home. Accept the glass. This is where we start to learn formulas. So we've now got this here. Everything pours through glass in the end, but there's time enough for that. There are other things we have to do. If you prepare chromatic metal, I will use it to calibrate a science terminal suitable for the Korvax entity. The Korvax have suffered terribly at the hands of my people. Be kind to them, I beg you. The Overseer asked me to gather chromatic metal in preparation for the recruitment of a Korvax scientist. Yes. There's a Arling, yes, okay. How much chromatic metal do we... I mean, I've got some chromatic metal, I'm sure I have. Got 500. So in theory, if we... Yeah, we've only got to give him 40, so... We talk to him again. The chromatic metal friend, do you have it? Our relationship is not clear, but it's obvious from the urgency in the Gek's voice that they are uncomfortable with my inaction. I sense they have grand plans for me. It's only natural, I suppose, I must sit here alone, bound by some unknown pact, while I have the freedom of the stars. The Overseer is anxious for me to continue with my mission. Okay, apologise. Thought I had the chromatic metal. Return to the Overseer, yes. One thing I found with my previous playthrough is that the base missions seem to be a bit broken now compared to what they were before. Okay, let me just get through this. Okay, give chromatic metal. Perfect, friend. I know you would succeed. Just what I need to finish the science terminal plans. So we've now got a science terminal. Turn to the Overseer. Waits for the terminal. Wait for this. Bit of a pause at the moment for. We have littered the universe in our greed, traveller. This planet is no exception. There is much to be done with the litter. Make your way to an abandoned structure and harvest the data from the terminals. I shall use it to fashion us plans for a storage container. Harling, something reflective. It seems to regret. Okay. Whatever the motive, the Overseer claims I will find data for the storage container blueprint. Okay. Accept. You won't regret it, friend. I've marked the site for you to be ripe for exploration. Now, thank you, game. Now, for anyone who hasn't been playing No Man's Sky from the beginning, these base missions were originally the only way you could really get the tech to build a base. So you had to go through the base missions to get things done. I'm kind of a bit worried about the storm. Don't be deceived that when the storm hits, it will hit quite hard. Actually, I'm kind of a bit inclined to check out the distress beacon during the storm. Oh, that might explain why I had a problem with the teleporter. My ship actually landed on top of the teleporter. Let's just get up into space. I think we'll go check out the distress signal now. What have we got down here? Got to have a oops, landing sequence unavailable. Oh, come on, game. Right, finally got a landing. Take a look at this. What we got? Compare an A-class shuttle. It's going to be worth. I think we're going to claim this. I mean, it's going to be worth. Thank you, game. I definitely think we can claim this because what I can do then is scrap this. So we're going to claim this. I'm going to. I think I've got space. And we'll grab this. Certainly want the rusted metal. Condensed carbon. Gonna need piles of rusted metal. Going forward, a bit of dihydrogen. Got that. Change back to the right ship. The Red Baron. I'm not seeing a crash module here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, thank you, game. As we enter the vessel, I'm greeted by a pile of military multi-tools, clearly thrown from a rack that once housed them. They fizz and spark and look unsafe. The broken body of a tendril behemoth lies awkwardly nearby. I think we'll try out the multi-tool and see what it's got. A loaded power signal explodes, burning my flesh. Actually looks quite neat, but I think I've already got 3 multi-tools, haven't I? So I'd have to exchange it for that one. That is a 7 out of 15 slots. Trouble now is if I decline that, we've lost it, haven't we? Ah, it's annoying. Never mind. Then anyway, let's have a look round here. A little bit of oxygen there. Take that. Have a look round and see what we got. A lot of paraffinium on this planet. Okay, there's a very technology there. We're certainly going to take him. That's right on the doorstep. And get in here. Grab you. Anything else around of value? Not really interested in pulpy roots. Or not at the moment. As time goes by, we're going to take a really good look at recipes in this game. Or cooking. It's the correct term, isn't it? Not recipes. It's an element of the game that I've never really looked into that much. And it's something I do want to... Okay, this could be interesting. So we're actually going to have buried... How on earth am I going to get to him? Destination reached. Okay, so we come at it from underneath. Well, it works. A little bit of space for vortex cubes, so I'll pick those up, make a little bit of money. Of hazardous plants there. Yeah. Whoops. Grab those. Pick those off. So what we got? What's the current situation? We got some space. We got a couple of vortex cubes. We're going to need to make some more. If I put that in there, it's 1-to-1. Because we're going to need some pure ferrite to expand the base. Life support 35%. So we're just going to jump there. Essentially, let's just pick that dihydrogen up there. As I say, the sentinels on this planet are pretty passive. So you can get away with quite a lot of mining as such on this planet as well. Off we go. Oh, look at that. My launch thrusters are just down on the minimum. So what we're going to do is get up into space. The freighter's there. Where is the base? Where's my base gone? Let's just stay over there. I think we're going to fly to the base rather than use the teleporter, because if I show you here, we've got 19% launch thrusters. And if I use one of those modules to refuel, I just lose that 19%. So, and consider we're down on the planet, we might as well just come in and land manually. And hopefully we won't land right on top of the teleporter then. Oh, what we got there? Is this the abandoned building? Nope, it's actually a proper... So what is this? There's a guy in here. Well, we'll take it. Oh, it's an observatory. Okay. The images shown on the observatory were once a war zone. Mangled metal, scorched walls, and heavily decayed corpses of a dozen hulking life forms portray a brutal firefight. Now repaired, whatever transpired here must have happened before the beacon flashed on screen arrived. Okay. Okay, so we got a rotating cycle, so it should be 7398. Thanks to its recent repairs, the observatory still functions. It leaps into life as they enter the digits showing the location of a new destination deep within the cosmos. Okay. Signal detected. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but well, can we see it? I've got an ancient ruin. It says off planet. We'll certainly take the encrypted data. We'll have a word with this guy and see what he's going to offer me. The warrior seems furious with themselves. They slam their multi-tool onto a nearby surface, pulling the trigger again and again to no avail. Rah, pathetic weapon something, yes. The weapon systems look functional, but the end result is nothing more than a hollow, empty click. The life form howls and self-elevation. We're going to give him 200 ammunition. I mean, I've got loads of it. I hand conscript Wygon a handful of ammunition. The fire returns to these their eyes, and they bow deeply, barking happily as they offer me a gift in exchange. We've got a scanner module. Well, I think we could probably put that to some use. Of course, we'll come and claim the base. Waypoint signal. Of course, we certainly want the damaged container, because that is a lot easier for getting ferrite dust than having to go out and mine it. Magical processor. Anything else around here of it's going to be of use? Though it is quite close to my base. This is a buried cache there. How much space have I got? I've got no space. Annoying. Starship is full. Got a little bit of ferrite dust there, so I can send that to the starship. We got that can go to the won't go. Right, we're gonna have to be a bit creative here. Right, we've got pure ferrite that can go in there. Let me just see. Now if I put the rusted, I think Snafu said about putting this directly on there. Also, okay, live and learn. I never knew that. Chromatic metal. We've got an overflow on that. I can dump the chromatic. Actually, I can dump the silica. And we'll see whether that's got enough. We'll go and check out the buried cache. How far away is that? 600 meters. We could walk in on that, but then I'd have to summon the ship. And we got oops. Is that we got there already? It doesn't say I've got here, but we're right on top of it. So, oh, there it is, right underneath me. Right, we've got a species records, port of them. I think we can trade this if we find one of those terminals. This is a fragment of discovery data from a planet district concerning local fauna. It's marked as having been collected by a local GEC. Age juvenile. Okay. I'm not going to analyse that at the moment because I don't have any space. So what we're going to do is jump back into the ship. I really need a storage vault. Where's my base gone? There it is. So that base is literally on the other side of the hill here. That's good. Right, let me just come in here. Have a look at the missions. Search an abandoned building for data. Does that actually give me the abandoned building? Oh no, coordinates received. Thank you. Trouble is, I don't have the. I'll come off it. I think what I'm going to have to do is build a storage locker here, and so that I can offload some of this stuff. Specialist. What we're going to do is just going to hook this. I think we'll just hook it in here for the moment. I'm just going to come into power. Wiring. Yeah, the base is getting a little bit messy, but what it means is I can offload some of this stuff. We'll put that in there. We can offload some of that. We can offload the microprocessor. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to have a little bit of a tidy up. And then here's the multi-tool expansion slots I put in. I need the vortex cubes. I think we got a bit of space now. We'll sell off the scanner module because I can't see the value of that. Yeah, I think we should be okay with that now. We've got the location here, the abandoned structure. Silver, gold. Let's have a look. And we got opened up a little bit of space here. Got 250 ferrite dust. I'm going to leave that in there for the moment. And I think what we're going to do now is we're just going to do that abandoned. Oh, what? You've got to be kidding me. Hey. This unidentified plant, I thought I'd scanned you. Now, how far away is that? 2 minutes, well, seconds away actually, isn't it? Here we are. Here's the abandoned building. Of course, we've got no landing point here, so we'll just... The door's round here. Hopefully we'll land in front. Just check that. Look at that. There you are. Get rid of you. We've got some goop. Of course, I'm going to be running out of space here, so... Okay. User identified, terminal active, accessing schematics. The place the overseer has led me to has long since fallen into disrepair. Its panels are buried beneath the same oily pulsating fauna that I've seen before in long abandoned buildings. The air is fetid and damp. I power up the terminal with little hope of success, but much to surprise, it buzzes noisily in and springs to life. Analyze analytics. My overseer's intuition has served me well so far. I still have to trust that these schematics contain the required data. Okay. Of course, I've already got the tech, so it doesn't actually help me. Now let's go down here and see what we got here. Return to overseer, yes. Get that for level up. Some what we call it on the floor here, condensed carbon. Most of the time it is condensed carbon. I'm not very impressed with your slime coming out the ceiling, mate. What we got hidden behind here? This is just a shield. I don't think we got anything else here. Of course, what I could do is spend some time doing these whispering eggs, but I don't really have enough time in this video, so hopefully I got enough to drop a beacon. We need 2 metal plates. Okay. Let me just make a couple of metal plates. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop a beacon here. Oops, that gives me a save as well. And what this means is I can come back here and pick up the whispering eggs later on. But I don't really want to get distracted by that in this video because I'm aware time is pushing on. Not enough fuel. Okay, thank you, game. Yeah, so I've lost a little bit of fuel there. Let me just check something. I can't remember what else. Yeah, uranium. We need uranium in order to be able to top this up. In some ways, it's more efficient than using this up because if you've got uranium, you can top up sections. So I'm gonna have to try and find some uranium. Anyway, we'll just get back to the base. Just come in here. My tiny little base here, it will grow over time. Oh, come on, game. Stop messing about. Maybe I've got a landing sequence. And we'll go and see the overseer. Hello, overseer. You are back. I'm so glad, friend. I will extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data. It's good to see the Gek so invested in the success of our home. They are clearly happy to see me energized for the task at hand. Give data. Here is your blueprint as promised. A trivial task. Their code was just sitting there to be manipulated. And we've actually got, it's actually given us the blueprint to storage container 1. That because I've already got storage container 0. Now then, do you think, friend, that we should put the science terminal to use? Fill our home with clicks and light of the Corvax. It would be so lovely. The Overseer feels the base would benefit from a Corvax scientist. They would like to see good use made of the blueprint that I have worked so hard on. Agree. I am so glad that we have had this chat, friend. And I think if we go and talk to him again. Now then, do you think, friend, that we should put the science terminal to use for the home? Okay. So he will not do anything else for me until I've built a science terminal. And to be honest, to build a science terminal, I'm going to need to expand the base because I don't want it all crowded. I mean, I could put the science terminal in there, but I don't really like crowding all the staff into one place. Kind of touch of health and safety there. I don't know if I can expand out this way. Through, I mean, I don't know how much. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if I can expand this out a little bit this way. I don't know how much actual pure ferrite I've got. Where have we got structures? Back here, large. Must admit, I do like the square rooms. When we could cut through here, but the only problem with cutting through the land is that what tends to happen is the surface tends to grow back inside of your buildings. I think we're going to come out this way, I think. And I mean, I'd like to put a big square room in. Wait. Okay, thank you, game. Oops. Frighten the locals away. So we've now got a big square room here. Whoops. And what I should be able to do is I come into here. What's it? Tech specialists. Oops, gone too far. Terminals. Up one. And we should be able to. No, I need some chromatic metal. Make a science terminal. So I need 40 chromatic metal. Don't remember having to go up steps to go through. Oh well, maybe. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of these modules. I much prefer the cuboid rooms, but we'll stick with the kind of requirements of the story for the moment. Let's go over and actually let's just get out of here, and we're just going to go up to the space station. Previous system. Okay. And here we are, we're up on the space station. What I want to do is sell off those vortex cubes. Maybe a bit of space. Sell those. It's only 13,000, but okay. Now, I don't know. Let's just talk to a couple of the callbacks. I can't. There's no point because I haven't built the terminal yet, so I can't recruit them. Anyway, let's just jump to the ship and go across to here. Right, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. The next part we will continue on working on the base missions, because I certainly would like to move this Ghosts in the Machine forward a little bit. Got a few other missions that we can kind of clear up about. Let's expanding the base, staff available, hiring space stations, yes. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.